I bought a new bike. Hi there, it's John and welcome to Cycling on a Shoestring, and I bought a Recumbent. Recently I was looking on an online marketplace and I came across a Recumbent bicycle. It just popped up on my feed and I thought that might be kind of interesting, and I ended up getting this bicycle right here last night. Didn't pay a lot for it, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to fool around with it. So what I did earlier was I did a video of what this bicycle's all about. It's kind of a cross between a road bike and a mountain bike in a way when you get down to it, because this thing has suspension, and I'm going to take it for a short ride and we can go test out the Recumbent. Maybe it's something you'll be interested in the future. There it is down in my shop. I'm just doing this kind of guerrilla video here with my SLR just to make this easy. But this is the Vision R50 Recumbent bike. Now this company went out of business in the early 2000s. So this bike is probably 17, 18 years old. And it's got a lot of nice little features on it. I picked it up for a really good price. So let me just show you what kind of components are on this thing, and then we'll take it out for a ride. I have ridden it. I have to say, it's pretty cool. So let's move into the front end of the bike over here. On the front end, you've got a Shimano Tiagra crankset on it. The top ring there is a 52. The small one, it's a triple chain ring, is a 30. Now, it's got a Shimano Tiagra derailleur on the front right here that you can see. But unfortunately, that one is broken. And from what I understand, after doing a little bit of searching online for an additional derailleur for this, that Tiagra has a problem with breaking of the springs on it, and the spring is broken on it, so I'm going to have to find myself a new front derailleur. Now it's got a front wheel of 20 inches, and as you can see, it's got suspension on it. It's a ballistic suspension fork. You can set up the compression on it, and actually it works really well. I was really surprised last night when I went out for a ride on it, and it's very cushy, really, really cool. Now, this is a little bit different. As you can see, there's no, handlebars on the top of this one. It's got under seat steering on it, which I was really kind of concerned about. But people online say once you've used under seat steering, you'll never want to go back to the steering up on the top here. And it's actually really easy to use. It's got Shimano shifters on it, Shimano Dior brake levers, but it's got Avid double-digit brakes on it. You can see them at the front, so they're rim brakes on it as well. So it works really well, shifts great. We'll get to the back end of the bike in just a moment. And as you can see, you're well reclined on this bike. I changed the foam rubber underneath this, and from what I understand with this Vision R50, the Visions, this used to be black, but once it gets out into the light, it turns brown. I'm going to see maybe my wife will fashion something nicer for me. It does come with a kickstand as well and a very long chain. Something brand new to me, as you can see. Go to the back here. We've got a Dior LX rear derailleur with an 11-32 cassette on it. Now, the thing I've heard about Recumbents is they don't climb very well. You don't have that weight you can push down on the bike. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes uphill. So it's a 30 on the front when it's small, and on the back it's got a 32. And as you can see as well, it has rear suspension on it. That's a Cane Creek AD10 shock. I pulled it off, I pulled it apart, I cleaned it, I added some Fox Float oil to it just to make it smoother. You can set up the compression and rebound on it. And I actually looked up online what the air pressure should be on it. I put 200 PSI in it. You don't need that on a Recumbent. I brought it down to 50. It was bottoming out a little bit. It's now got 75 PSI in it. And it comes with a little saddle bag on the back. But this also did come with a place to hang your panniers on it. It did come with a rear setup so I could hang panniers on it. Took it off. I think it just looks better. If I ever want to put panniers on it, I can do that later. And as I mentioned, it does come with a kickstand on it. So I'm pretty pleased with it. Didn't pay a lot for it. I cleaned it all up, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, this is something I'm just going to be out riding on, just kind of casually with my wife, not giving up on the mountain bikes, not giving up on my road bikes for sure, because that's what I like to do so much. but pretty pleased with it. The Vision R50 recumbent bicycle. So let's take it out on the road and take it for a little ride, and maybe I'll do some long touring on this. I might actually go out for a real long ride on this just to check it out. And there's my new little cat, Smudge, who just joined our family. I don't plan on going very far today. I've only ridden this a little bit. And I'm not too confident as of yet on this bike. And I just want to give it a little try out. It needs a bit of adjusting, and as I said, it does not have a front derailleur on it that works. I've just basically got the one in the front set up on the middle chainring right now. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a ride. I think the rear derailleur needs a bit of adjusting too. But right now, it feels really comfortable to ride on. We'll give it a little bit of a test. We'll see how it works out. I'm going to try to go up a hill as well, up an overpass. So I picked up on this pretty quick, I think. It was pretty easy. The guy who sold it to me last night kind of held me the first time I got on it, but once you get rolling, those wheels keep you upright. I was kind of wondering what to wear today. Don't need cycling shorts. You feel like you're riding on a recliner. Now, gonna go up an overpass here. I do not have my granny gear, and I've heard these things can be hard to go uphill. So let's give it a try. We'll put it in the easiest gear, and we'll see if I can make it up this overpass. Here we go. Right now, probably riding I think the middle might be a 42 with a 32 on the back. That's not too bad. With the granny gear, that'll be real easy. That wasn't too bad at all. Just cruising along the irrigation canal right now. And generally when I come through this part, I slow down a lot, because you can see all the roots of the trees here have popped up along the pathway. But I've got suspension on this thing, so it sucks it up pretty good. It's not too bad considering it's old suspension. The front fork works good, and that rear Cane Creek shock works fantastic. I'm cruising along at about 24k an hour right now. Yeah, not really trying. Kind of nice. Got to adjust that rear derailleur though. I took my helmet off for just a moment to shoot the end of this video because the camera's on top. But I really like the Recumbent. It's really fun, easy to ride. I still have a lot to learn, particularly slow speed turning and things like that. But overall, really, really easy and fun to ride and incredibly comfortable. So if you're interested and you're thinking about Recumbents, look online. You might be able to find a good one, that's used, that won't cost you a lot of money. Don't forget, you can check me out on Instagram, Cycling on a Shoestring. I do have some more videos coming up, one inspired by a comment on a recent video I did. And if this was a video you liked, give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and thank you so much for watching Cycling on a Shoestring. I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and enjoy my ride.